Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich, and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. The last we left the party, we all found ourselves in a very peculiar situation with the reveal of an evil force known as Team Neo Rocket Galactic. They were sieging Mauville City with a strange mystical creature that was clad in armor. It was just throwing Pokemon just with extreme ease. It shot a Flygon over the horizon into Slateport City, and it cut down the statue of May in half. The last thing that happened was that Cindy noticed that the stone that she's been carrying with her started to glow a pinkish color, and she pulled it out of her bag to investigate. The creature telepathically stated the Atlas Stone and fired a psychic blast towards her. At this moment, the party hears a familiar voice. No! And out leaps a dark black and pink blob in front of Cindy, and it intercepts the blast.
Sam.
No!
You turn your head to the left, and who do you see but a woman in a navy blue power suit with long pink hair? She has sent out Frostbite, the Sneasel. It's a little bit bigger than a Sneasel and has a little bit more pink to it to intercept the psychic blast. She says, "Hurry, you have to get out of here." And telepathically, you all hear,
"You dare interfere?"
What do you do?
Put the stone in my backpack.
Okay.
Where are we going, guys?
Yeah, where are we going?
We're still kind of like in initiative, so careful with your, like, you guys can pretty much do like one thing at a time right now.
Can we rehash like what the state of the battlefield looks like?
Sure.
Can we also rehash, because I don't think Schmidt realizes that everyone else is there.
Okay. I thought
because aren't they all still in uniform as well?
They're in uniform, but I thought the consensus was that when you witnessed the combo attack that was named Cacophony, you realized that it was Elodie and the gang.
Okay, I don't know if
we didn't establish that.
We did.
That was established, or
I thought we did.
Discussed it all.
No. If you want to go with that, we can like roll a perception for it, or we can just say that Schmidt doesn't know this.
Or hearing the Atlas Stone might make him think like, "Oh yeah, Cindy has a stone."
Yeah, Schmidt definitely heard that in his head for sure. So the battlefield, the center is where the statue is. That's all broken. On the left of the statue, like just to the left of it, is like Schmidt and Quacko, and whatever other Pokemon he has out. Above Schmidt is where there's a blimp, and it's starting to billow smoke and bats gradually. And there are ropes that are rappelling down from it, and it seems like maybe people are going to drop down soon. In front of this circle is a collapsed Enyo and a Gardevoir, and Rada's Aggron is dueling a Blaziken and losing, and Rada is like tending to Enyo, who's collapsed. And then just to the right of this circle in the middle of the courtyard is the strange floating mystical creature and the rest of the party, and now Sam and Frostbite. So, if you want names of like the directions of like figuring out where you're at, to the north is Route 111. To the east is Route 118. That will cross the river and go back towards your stronghold, so to speak, which is Cindy's grandparents' house. To the south is Route 110, which is where Hoopa's brick house is, but it's also currently where a ton of Team Energy members are. And then to the west is Route 117, which you haven't been to before, but it leads towards Verdant Turf.
We're currently not in a position to go west very easily.
That would be the most difficult for you. Not impossible.
I feel like the most logical decision would be go back to Cindy's grandparents' house, if we can leave.
Because that's out.
Makes sense.
Do we still have Pokemon at the Battle Institute or whatever?
I thought you just like distinctly went there, and we just went there to pick them up. Like I thought you went and picked them up like when you went off on your own. I wasn't sure if that was the case, and then we Like we definitely just picked them up.
Well, you didn't pick them up.
Okay.
The gym bros just kind of tossed them outside.
Yeah. But we went specifically there to pick up our guys, so we have everybody.
Real quick, actually, Cindy, what's in your inventory?
A few premier balls, a 4-tree ball, super potions, 2 super repels, and I believe 1 revive because I used one.
You should have, well, for one, the
Bag
Atlas
of
Stone.
berries. Oh yeah.
And you should also have 12 Strangers Pokeballs.
Oh
Stolen Pokeballs.
yeah. I did grab those.
Yeah. So just be sure to write those down.
Okay.
I'm not suggesting you use them, but I'm thinking like it's important that you know that those are on your person.
You have them, and then you're just walking around for the rest of the time with strangers' Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Isn't there also like some amulet that you're hiding from the rest of the party?
I saw it, so
Oh
not.
yeah, my necklace.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, that could probably go in your inventory too.
I'm wearing it.
It's in your inventory.
I have an initiative from last session. This has been a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of discussion for a moment where the Sneasel evolution intercepted a psychic move in front of Cindy, and now everyone's just kind of staring at each other, and Sam said to run. So what's the plan?
I guess we start running towards my grandparents' house.
At this moment where Frostbite intercepted the psychic blast, the smoke and bats flying out of the blimp start to move towards the group, and they are making disorienting screeches, and there's a lot of chaos happening. As this creature fired this blast, and as Frostbite was sent out of the ball, there's kind of like a moment of jarring silence, and there's like a really dramatic thing that happens in an action scene, everyone's attention kind of turns, and Schmidt definitely notices Symmetra in her really good looking power suit, and then like notices Frostbite, and then notices the party that is dressed in bad guy clothing. If you were to walk towards the party, or run or dash or whatever you want, I don't think you'd be inhibited, because the only people in your way, you'd probably have to dodge the brawl between Blaziken and Aggron, but Rada is distracted with Enya right now, so you could definitely like run past them.
Didn't I just helping hand the Blaziken?
You did.
Okay.
They're dueling, but Blaziken is winning. Aggron has like
I thought the
20 HP
Blaziken
left.
had like the Aggron pinned or something.
Yeah, they're it's a bad situation for Aggron for sure.
Okay.
Anyways, we're in initiative, so maybe we should just do one thing at a time. If Sam just went, then let's start with Schmidt.
I just realized everyone's there.
Mm-hmm.
Sam just did a thing.
Yeah.
Side note, is Sam's leg still broken?
No, she's fine. Her leg
Like,
wasn't
are they
broken.
limping?
It was
Okay.
like it's like sprained.
It's been a while.
We definitely like. Has it been a while? Because I feel like it's just
It
been
hasn't.
nonstop bullshit.
Yeah,
Since...
I don't think I have a timetable on what's
Yeah.
I want to say it's been like a week, because you got to remember you spent like 2 full days at Cindy's grandparents.
Okay.
And then you
Did we part before then, or did we part after that?
you parted right before then.
Okay.
Yeah, you spent a while there, and then you spent a day in Mauville, and then you spent who knows how long in the Trick House, and then you went to Slateport,
Yeah.
and then you went to New Mauville. So yeah, it's been at least a week.
It's a crazy week, actually. Even without the other stuff in between. Like
Yeah,
Who do I have out with me? I know it's Quacko.
I feel like
Couch
you
Richie.
like sent everyone out.
I think I'd sent everyone out, but I think I recalled Jessica.
That sounds correct.
I think I'm going to recall everyone.
Okay.
And then with my dexterous speed, I'm going to run and grab Quacko. And then just keep running.
Okay.
West, I guess, with everyone else.
That would be east.
East. Correct.
Okay.
East, yes.
You get an extra tile of movement. So actually, before anyone can do anything, you can basically run right up to the party. You're like in between Symmetra and everyone else. Nice.
I'm like the Flash.
Does anyone have any quick things to say to their lost companion?
Oh my god, Schmidt! You're okay!
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're okay.
Oh my god! There's just so much chaos!
What's with the new digs, guys?
It's such...
Do I,
Now is not
police
the time
are-
to discuss. We will.
You know, I
discuss
need
it.
to. Yeah, I'm calling the police.
We're not
No,
team
it's fine,
energy.
it's fine. There's no crimes.
I don't believe you because you're wearing the uniform.
I don't know if the police can help us here anyway.
Right. I don't think I've seen the police. I think the
Yeah.
police are a myth.
While you guys are debating, there's like a pretty large explosion around your shoulder. It's the baddie's turn, real quick. This strange creature is like,
You will not interfere.
they put out their hand, and Symmetra slightly levitates off the ground like she's being force choked. This concerns Frostbite, and he like starts to run towards the armored creature. Also, at this point, people are rappelling out of the Zeppelin, and they are wearing classic energy uniform. They're wearing the visors, and something else happens. You hear like a searing scream of what sounds like a jet coming from the west, right over your heads. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a figure atop a red and white Pokemon that kind of looks like a plane shows up, floating above the fallen statue, and fires a pulse of arcane energy towards the blimp. Let's see if it does anything. It does not. There's a force field. There's a barrier that prevents it from making contact.
Okay.
Close behind come 3 additional people running up from the south. There is a skinny man with green hair running up with a bipedal Pokemon that looks similar to Gardevoir but more masculine. Coming from the west is a trainer who has explosive red hair. Might have been at the festival. Someone might recognize her potentially. And behind her, she has a camel, and it's just stomping around, and it's like seems very heavy. Coming in from the north is a young woman in like a floral gown, and accompanying her is a spooky ghost with very big hands. And they seem very determined to put a stop to whatever's happening here.
Oh, the government finally shows up, huh?
Perhaps. It seems like Rada is dealing with Enyo. It seems less intimidating, and he has like concern on his face. You can even tell from the 30 feet away that you are that he's upset. Something's not quite right.
Oh.
There's also just a whole bunch of people in this courtyard are setting out their Pokemon in defense. At first, they were kind of on the side of the insurrectionists. There's a lot of Pokemon being sent out, but also simultaneously, as the people descend from blimps, you see an eerie sight. You see black beams of light extending from their hands, and they're darting towards certain Pokemon. I'm going to make some rolls here. Okay, so from the distance, you can't tell, but it seems like some Pokemon are being stolen. There is a keen focus being drawn on BB's partner Pokemon. Does it connect? It does not, thank goodness. So, yeah, while these energy grunts are descending from this blimp, they are shooting out beams of like dark purple, spooky light, and it seems like a couple Pokemon are being abducted. The audience. That's the baddie's turn. Elodie?
Sam seems like she's kind of in trouble here.
Yeah,
but she did tell us to leave.
She
stay
did
though?
What did you say?
Do we stay?
Well, it seems like help has arrived, so it's a little less hopeless.
Yeah, but it also seems like that, people still trying to get, or people are still getting hurt.
Right.
Is this an argument to stay or an argument against staying? I'm confused.
This is an argument to stay, because we can prevent people from getting hurt.
Yeah, because I'm kind of feeling like staying.
Yeah.
I would agree typically, but it seems like they really want this stone. And it seems like if we stay, we do more harm than good. Like, isn't us leaving getting them to go after us anyway and preventing more harm if they're going after us?
I have an idea.
Okay.
But it's always a bad idea when it comes to D&D.
Yes.
Oh no, don't say it.
Sorry.
You're gonna split the party. Gimli and I'm spacing right now.
Yeah.
Cindy.
Yeah. Bale. I feel like Gimli would be the best defender.
That would probably be true. Yeah.
And then me and Elodie stay, and we agree to rendezvous back at Cindy's grandparents' house.
I can agree.
I can agree.
Since I have like a half of HP, yeah. One
Yeah.
half of an HP.
Definitely get Cindy out of here.
Right, let's split up, gang.
Okay.
Not again.
You heard the leader.
After you go with Fred. Jackie, you take Velma and go to the mansion. Got it.
So what does this mean for Elodie this turn then?
Yeah, that's a good question that I need to figure out. So it's the armored Pokemon that is sort of force choking Sam here.
That's what it looks like.
I don't feel like I can hurt that thing.
I was
at
like,
all.
are you getting choked?
Yeah, no, I'm also getting force choked.
Yes.
Would it be like illegal to go for another cacophony?
Not at all.
Can I do one that's directed at the armored Pokemon?
Sure.
As like a attempt to disorient it?
Yeah, why not? Is that what you want to do?
Yes, that's what I want to do.
Okay. What we just rolled like a bunch of d20s last time, right?
Yeah, it was like 5.
Yeah. Just do that and tell me your result.
Okay. Woohoo! The way that 2 of them were 1s. Okay, I'm gonna type them in chat.
Okay.
And then do the math. The weirdest rolls in my entire life.
Very strange. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely not as good as the last one, but
No.
it's something. Then do me just roll
37.
Just roll
Okay.
one more d20.
The last one was a 12.
Elodie gathers up her mons, and they now with a new addition, grape juice being twice as big and a brilliant shade of pinkish purple. They all just make some beautiful music, and they put on a show. Cabbage does the little dazzling gleam light show. It's incredible. This greatly disorients the incoming bats. They completely clear out of this eastern side of the courtyard. This is focused on the strange armored creature. The armored creature takes what might be like a % of a point of damage, and it is slightly distracted, and it drops Sam. Sam falls to her knees briefly, and it looks like it's kind of hard for her to get up because she's wearing super awesome heels. And Frostbite rushes to her side, and she kind of coughs out, "I'm not kidding, you gotta get out of here."
But we're worried about you, Sam.
"I'll be fine, just go."
But you're in a power suit.
She's like, "Exactly." The creature in armor, who is psychically powered, is slightly astonished, but is just kind of taken aback for a second. They'll probably take another action soon. I guess, Elodie, you could move, you could ask questions, you could talk to Sam some more, I guess, but...
Oh, okay, sure. Sam, do you even know what this is?
I've never seen anything like this before, but I know that we're in danger. They won't stop until they get that stone. You gotta get that out of here.
Yes, we are planning on getting that out of here, but we also want to make sure everybody else is safe.
She kind of looks around at the chaos and the hundreds of people that are out here that are, like, fighting, and she says, "Do you really think this is your responsibility?"
Do you think it's yours?
"No, but I look out for my friends, always."
And we look out for our friends, so we're gonna look out for you.
She gives Elodie a nod, and she says, "All right."
Yeah, we gotta go.
Maybe, like, make an athletics check for a dash, because you can't freely dash. I'm assuming you want to dash if you can. Yeah, make an athletics check. Your DC... There's, like, explosions and chaos, and people are running and screaming. Make a DC 16 athletics check.
It's a 15.
Okay.
No.
That's close enough. You're not going to, like, suffer. You probably, instead of going 60 feet, you're going to go, like, 55. Gimli?
Oh, 22.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you guys are fine. Cindy is a little encumbered by how heavy her bag is with these 12 Pokeballs. But she seems like she's fine. It's out of order, but this thing doesn't care. This armored creature is going to fire off another psychic blast at range towards Cindy. Let's see if it connects. Oh, I'm so sorry. It definitely does. I'm going to give Frostbite a potential chance to intercept it. Oh, natural 20. Hell yeah. Okay. Woo.
Let's go, Frostbite.
So the psychic type move that was heading towards City got a natural 18, and Frostbite got a natural 20 to intercept. That is very good. Yeah, another blast comes out of the 3-fingered hand out of the armored creature, and Frostbite jumps into it and just seems to completely absorb it. Like, it has completely no effect on Frostbite at all. It's Sam's turn. She sees that Schmidt and Elodie are still here, and she says, "Well, if you're going to stay and fight, that's what I'm going to do too." She doesn't have Frostbite do anything because Frostbite just did something. Frostbite Frostbite's crazy fast. He can do one more thing. Sam is going to instruct Frostbite to go for a Night Slash. Let's see how that works. It barely connects. 10 damage. Yeah, this thing is unfazed. It's not like it even noticed. It just looks visibly upset that Cindy is getting away. Schmidt, what are you doing?
I would like to provoke the big scary thing.
Okay, what is your means of doing so?
So I just recalled everybody, and I have Quacko in my arms.
Mhm.
Because me and Quacko can act independently, right?
Yes.
Could I, like, while carrying Quacko, like, go to flank the big scary creature, and then Quacko, like, how far away am I from this thing?
Like 15 feet. Pretty close.
15 feet? Okay. I could probably just flank that by myself. I think I'll do that. I'll flank that by myself, and then have Quacko hit him with a knockoff.
Okay. I like that plan.
Mhm.
Before you do that, I need Quacko to make a dexterity save.
Come on, man. No. It wasn't that one.
Quacko may not remember, but in the last session, before removing Gardevoir from the fight, Gardevoir laid eyes on Quacko in a very spooky, mysterious way. This happened to be Future Sight, and Quacko takes 12 points of psychic damage.
Oh, fuck. I don't think Quacko took a hit last time, did he?
Probably not. I don't think he did.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely alive.
Okay, so just out of nowhere, he just feels psychic shock, and it sucks. But he's ready for a knockoff, if that's what you want to roll.
Yeah, I'm still doing math on HP. And that's a crit, because I'm flanking, right?
If you don't pass a stealth check, you'll provoke an attack of opportunity when you're trying to move behind something that...
Cool. I'm going to do that.
Okay, make a stealth check.
It's a 13?
It's definitely not fully successful, but it's also not fully terrible either. So I'm trying to think. He's got his eyes on you, and he's suspicious of you, and he might attack you, Schmidt, next turn.
Yeah, 35. Can I make an argument that the armor is a held item?
It is not a held item, but it has lost a little bit of its integrity. It is not gone. With almost lightning speed, in a blink of an instant, this creature floats right on up into melee range of Schmidt. And
shit.
He places a 3-fingered hand on Schmidt's head. Make a wisdom saving throw.
My rolls are garbage tonight. It's a 7.
Schmidt falls unconscious.
Cool.
Elodie, what are you doing?
Oh no. Schmidt is unconscious.
More decisions.
Ah! So I know we said we'd stay and fight. But Schmidt appears to be unconscious.
Yeah, that is correct.
That's correct. Right.
Also, looming above him is the armored creature. That is floating.
Right. So dragging his unconscious body away might be an issue. Fun.
There might be a way to do it. I don't want to say it's impossible.
I feel like the best course of action here might be to try go for another cacophony to try and draw its attention away, and then try and yoink Schmidt's body.
Sure. It's just
like that's what I'm gonna do.
It's a mega concert. I think, just as a warning, I think something of this regard should have 3 PP. So I'm gonna give it 3 PP. So this is the last time you can do this. Be clear, Schmidt, you're not like on death saves. Like, you actually have full HP. You are just, your brain is not on right now.
Okay. I figured it was something weird.
Yeah, better than last time, but still a 1, which I'm glad at least I'm getting him out of the way.
Okay, yeah.
I'm doing math. That's 56, I think.
Yeah. Is it designed for distraction, or is it designed for what?
Yeah, distraction.
Okay, I'm going to roll a save for this floaty spooky creature. Whatever it is, it was a 19. So I'm going to say that he does not take damage, but his attention does turn towards the group. The bats really want nothing to do with this. And let me do another roll. 3 more rolls, actually. Yeah, cool. One of these powerful looking trainers that came in a little bit late sees what's going on over here, and he starts to run up from the southern end. He is like pale and lanky, and he is joined by a Pokemon that looks like Gardevoir, but is not. And he starts running up to you all.
Wally!
He's not going
to
necessarily beat up with you, but he's on his way. And you might have locked eyes, perhaps, but he's running.
Cool.
Locked eyes, that means we have to battle.
He says that. Great.
Yeah, I was just gonna try and like get Schmidt's body like out of the way.
Oh, sure.
If I can.
Sleight of hand. Just make a dex check, basically.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to give you advantage, but I'm going to give you a +8 bonus because your Pokemon are very distracting.
Oh, sick. Okay, all right. So with that +8, that's 23.
Okay, cool.
Oh wait, I didn't add my dex, but I don't think it'll
That's
matter.
fine.
That's
It doesn't
26.
matter. Yeah, you managed to run up, and since you are pulling him, you can only move him like 15 feet. Not too far, but he's more. If you're looking at the silly map thing, he's like at the steps at this point, the second tier of steps.
Cool.
And Sam and Frostbite are like in front of you guys, and then Wally is running on up. You have him. He's warm to the touch, not like feverish, but he's not like cold. Cindy, you're running. Are you still running?
Yeah.
Okay, I can I'm gonna take you guys out of initiative as far as turns, you two, but like you're moving as a unit, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You are at the river that connects Mauville City to Route 118. The bridge that was damaged seems to have been rebuilt with like rickety planks. It exists. There is a bridge, but you're gonna have to make a check to cross it. Are you prepared to do so?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It is going to be a DC 16 dexterity check. Depending on how hard you fail will depend on what the outcome is.
Oh no.
14.
Okay.
7.
7. Okay. Gimli runs up onto this rickety ass bridge and his foot slips through one of the planks. He kind of like falls in a really awkward way that is very uncomfortable, and he takes 2 points of damage as a wood plank breaks under his knee. Cindy just like basically falls through. She is not in the water, but her feet are, and she's dangling from the bridge. I will give Gimli a reaction to try and scoop her up.
Yep.
Okay. Just make a DC 10 dexterity save.
11.
Okay. Woo! Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are on the bridge. You're not quite across yet, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to stop you necessarily.
Okay.
Gimli, was there anything or I guess both of you, was there something else you wanted to do besides cross the bridge, or are you just trying to get out of there?
I was trying to get out. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you're pulling Cindy up, you do notice a yellow fin sticking out of the water. It's Sam's turn. She notices the pale boy running up, and she's like, "You gotta help us!" And he doesn't even respond. He just kind of smiles and nods. He's like, "Gallade, now!" And Gallade leaps into the air and goes for a flurry of fists into the strange creature. And it does not connect at all. He leaps up and starts punching like rapid fast. You can't even see his fists. And there's just a pink wall that is in front of the strange creature. And no damage has been taken at all. Sam, seeing an ample opportunity, slowly begins to walk towards the south for some reason. She has turned around and she's slightly limping. It seems like when she was choked, she might have aggravated her bad leg. And Frostbite is just kind of backpedaling and making sure that no one is messing with her. At the same time, the red-haired, strong-looking trainer gives an instruction to her camel, and it begins just erupting huge chunks of magma into the air and is going to try to attack this blimp. Ooh, yeah, and one of them just connects. Just a big explosion, and flames go up as on the top of the Zeppelin, a big smoldering boulder settles and kind of pokes a pretty big hole. You would imagine that like something that's like this, like as a balloon, would start like zipping about like it was like a deflating balloon, but it seems like it has an energy field that's kind of like keeping it in place. This draws the attention of the armored creature. Their face is kind of covered by a metallic mask, but they're seeming a little more nervous than they were before. At the same time, characters from the blimp are shooting some beams out in the audience, and again are focusing keenly on the girl who's wearing the floral print. A beam launches out and absorbs her ghost friend and is retracted back up into the blimp. Dust Noir is no more. That is some action there, Schmidt. You are out cold, but you can play for Quacko.
I think Quacko's just gonna retreat on instinct.
Okay.
Because thing in front of him is big scary.
That's true. It's getting noisy. It's getting smoky. It's getting pretty chaotic. There is screams, and there are people of energy and who are common populace who are just running around. It is very, very chaotic. Seems like this creature is unsatisfied with this current situation. And he telepathically speaks to everyone in range, which I don't think will... Yeah, it'll include Gimli and Cindy, actually. He says...
Our work is not done here.
And in company, he covers himself in like a vibrant pink light, as well as the blimp, and starts zooming in the air to the east. He's moving at about triple the average person's running speed, so like 90 feet. And the blimp isn't flying, it's being dragged by like a psychic force, and all the bats are following behind. They are going overhead of Cindy and Gimli. Do you do anything?
We gotta hide, right? Like they're probably coming towards us, right?
Who knows?
It's assumed.
Yeah.
Perception to see if there's some place we can duck off to. Did we cross the bridge at this point? Are we still on the bridge? Like, what was the situation?
We'll say that you're basically off the bridge. You're like on the last few steps when this happens.
Okay. So I will roll perception. I want to see if there's any place we can duck and cover. Make sure we're all right. I got a 4, so I don't see anything.
Yeah, there's just like a
I
beach.
suggest we duck under the bridge as much as we can without getting wet.
Yeah, we can go.
Can we
for
do
that,
it? Is
yeah.
there enough land under the bridge to do that?
Oh, like on the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll some stealths.
Please. Oh
13.
no. Oh, 5.
5? Yeah, you can't really hide at all. Your backpack is just too big. All the stuff in it. The entourage of the blimp and the bats and the armored creature are not currently interested. Or maybe they just don't notice. They are zooming to the east very quickly. And for now, who knows how long, but for now you are out of initiative.
Well, Schmidt is still unconscious? Question
Yes.
mark?
Question mark. It seems like if you like slapped him, he'd probably wake up.
Then I shall slap him.
Okay, roll a slap.
Cool.
What the fuck?
Blackjack.
Is that like
It's
like
a D20.
like a strength?
Yeah, you could say strength or dex.
Let's go with Dex. That's an 8.
Yeah, you slap him, but like maybe you misguide. You like didn't gauge it well, and you hit him a little bit too hard. Roll a d4.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Big damage incoming.
I got a 2.
Okay, yeah, Schmidt takes 2 damage. You weren't going for a wake up slap. Like your hand instinctively went for the like you insulted me kind of slap. So that's what that's what Schmidt wakes up to.
Fucking ow.
I'm sorry. But the blimp and the armored thing have left.
Okay, cool. Fucking ow.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Should we go to meet up with Cindy and Gimli?
I guess.
Is Sam like still like running south? Is she in earshot?
She's not running. She's sat down and she's like tending to her leg,
Oh.
and she's like, and like Weevil is like blowing on it with cold air.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, Sam, are you good? Do you need anything from us before we?
Maybe tend to that real quick, yeah.
She says, I'm fine. I thought I was all good, but I didn't expect to fall like that. And Weevil's like, it's like breathing. It's just like little frosty air is coming out of its mouth. Her beautiful blue power suit is like a little torn up.
No, the power suit.
It's kind of badass, but it's also sad because it looks like there's a fancy power suit. As you look around, Mauville is like kind of a wreck. There's like a bunch of small fires that have started. There's a couple buildings, like smaller buildings that have just fallen over. Obviously the central courtyard is just like flattened. There's like nothing going on there, and people are screaming. There's like, where's my Pokemon? And like everyone's very upset. It is chaos.
As much as I'd love to stay and help with that, I don't feel like there's really anything we can do about that.
Mhm.
Should we head out?
You go east. I don't think that there's any chance necessarily for like encounters or anything that's going on this path. It's kind of that Mauville's noisy, but the kind of more rural path towards Cindy's grandparents' house is pretty quiet. It seems like all the wild Pokemon have been disturbed by the chaos and they're laying low. Without any issue, the four of you return to the estate. What do you want to do? Also, it's like sunset. It's like 8 p.m. at this point.
Can we like heal everybody with the berries and the stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Estate.
You also like
Yeah.
it functions as like a Pokemon Center too. So if like I'm assuming you guys want a long rest here, like you can just do that. It's like you don't need to
Yeah.
necessarily
Yeah.
eat the berries. You can still eat some food. But I think if your guys' plan is just to stay here for the night, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Schmidt would like to ask the party, what the fuck happened?
So we tell Schmidt things that happened after he left and the whole ordeal and catch him up on everything. What were you up to while we were?
Yeah, just did a quick little gym challenge, you know.
Okay. Oh, did you win?
Did you win?
So what else did you guys get up to?
Oh no!
You know, also might have gotten a little bit of legal trouble.
What?
You don't happen to know a good lawyer offhand, do you?
I rolled to see if I know a lawyer. No, just kidding.
Knowledge check. Do I know a lawyer?
As you're all chatting, you are joined by Pumpkin the Victory Bell, a
Pumpkin!
young Oddish, and a Sunkern.
Oh.
They're just hanging out. They're just happy to see you, especially Pumpkin.
That's-
The other two are like, oh, there's people, cool. But Pumpkin's like thrilled.
Oh, can I check? One of the Pokeballs that I took was one that was familiar. I want to, I guess, open it and check it, see what it is.
I need an intelligence check to see after all this chaos if you still remember which ball you took out, because you also took it out in the darkness. So make just like an intelligence check.
16.
Hey, yeah, that's enough. Yeah, you pull out a ball, and it's the one that you remember looking at while you were stuck in that storage unit on the top of the building. And you send it out, and it is a Togetic. It floats around, and it gleefully goes, and like it dingles. It like makes shimmering sounds. I guess that's a dingle now. Yeah, and it looks happy, but also confused.
This isn't what I thought it was going to be.
As you say that, it goes "Wah," and smiles at you.
Can I open all the balls and see what's in them?
If you really want to, yeah.
I just want to know what we have at our disposal until we get them to their owners.
Sure. Roll 3d20. We'll have you like randomly generate 3 of them. How's that?
Okay. A 1.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's gonna be good.
5.
Okay.
And a 16.
Cool. In a stroke of genius, Cindy's like, why don't I just open all these balls at the same time? And the remaining 11 balls, 3 of them were opened up in the storage unit. Out comes a cute little green dragonfly, which also seems familiar to all of you. It buzzes around the room gleefully. A moody little blue rabbit rhino. You also recognize that from the storage unit. The last one that you recognize is a completely digital looking duck. It's all polygonal and it looks very funny. The next ball you open is a kind of a butterfly that seems like it would dwell on the surface of a pond, and if it arranged its wings in the proper way, it would look like a menacing face. It flies around with the dragonfly. The 7th Pokeball you open is a little purple scorpion, and it is very skittish, and it hides under a nearby table. The 8th Pokemon is a very wide, incredibly wide manta ray that just kind of like fills up the whole room, and it just plops on the kitchen table, and now it's all wet and sticky.
No.
The
Not on the table.
The 10th Pokemon that comes out is basically a dandelion ploof, and it just is like floating around like gleefully with the internal air conditioning system, like how it's set up, and it's just like floating precariously towards a fan that's spinning on the ceiling. Next up is like a badger porcupine kind of thing, but its quills are made of fire, and it is just standing on the ground, and it is creating a lot of smoke because it is very stressed. It doesn't know what's going on. The 11th Pokemon that comes out of the ball looks like a mantis made of rock, and it is standing very imposingly, and it is holding two giant blade hands, and it clangs them together in a menacing way. Your natural one is the last ball to open, and it immediately fills the room, and it plops its head through the second floor and through the roof. A large chunk of the house is partially destroyed. You have released an Onyx into the house.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
No.
And now there's just chaos as a dozen Pokemon are stressed and confused and flying around, and there's smoke, and a Jumpluff is about to hit the fan, and there's an Onyx that is poking its head out of the roof, and this is not a good situation. You need to figure out what's going on right now.
Why?
Should I start returning all of them?
Yeah.
I think that would be wise.
I return them and try to label them with label tape so I know what's in what ball.
Do you remember? You gotta roll an intelligence
again.
check on that, because that's
You don't. Do you
Oh,
remember what balls
no.
open? You just open them all at once.
I got a 7 for intelligence.
yeah. You're kind of just gonna have to guess at this point.
I'll just return them all and it'll be fine.
Okay, you gotta remember which balls go to which Pokemon, though, is the problem.
Yeah, you can't just return them all. That's not how this works. Like,
I can't just open the ball and be like, return!
You
and
can
whatever
you can
it is.
aim the beam towards a
Yeah,
Pokemon,
there's a
but if it's the
beam that
wrong
comes
Pokemon,
out.
it won't recall. It'll just deflect.
Oh no.
yeah.
The party
just
is
start-
welcome to help too.
Yeah.
I'd like to help.
Okay.
But I don't
I
know.
Schmidt's gonna find a bedroom on the
I'm
opposite
gonna-
end of where this is going.
I was like, oh, okay. I just create I'm gonna walk away real quick.
Yeah, just kind of take a nap.
The closest room that is not infected by this chaos is not a bedroom, but it's like the library study.
Cool. That's where we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go vibe in the library. You guys figure that out.
Let's see. I'll have each of you roll a d10, and you were shooting for a low number.
Sure.
Right, I'll think about that when I roll it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I rolled a
Elodie and
2.
Cindy. Elodie and Cindy. 2. Nice.
I got a 5.
Okay. Yeah, so it takes you 7 minutes to return all these Pokemon.
Oh Lord.
Thankfully, the first one that you get is the Onyx, but your house still has a hole from top to bottom. It's not great.
It could have literally been anything, and you're just like, yay!
You managed to get all the other ones where they're supposed to go. Jumpluff did get a little hurt by the fan. Jumpluff took 5 points of fan damage. Jumpluff is very
What's on your
sad.
hand, Cindy?
But you managed to get everyone else into their balls, and the house is in bad shape. Besides the hole, it's just really smoky, and it looks like Kabutops kind of cut up the couch a little bit.
Kabutops.
It could have been worse.
Kabutops. Boom, boom, boom.
It's like the sitcom.
Oh.
The
Looks like
audience
we need
goes,
to
"Oh."
fix the roof. Pumpkin, you want to help?
Have any house roof fixing expertise?
Pumpkin looks for a moment, looks very determined and eager to help, but then looks at Cindy how am I supposed to help?
Find wood and roof shingles.
Pumpkin nods and darts outside, and the Oddish and the Sunkern follow.
Perfect.
It's a little cold in the house, and some of the lights don't work. Yeah, it's a little drafty.
Slight draft.
A
Bit of
little
draft.
drafty.
It's only our base of operations. You want to crack open.
I wanted to know what was in them.
Yeah, we do that next time? Outside.
Outside.
It's on the farm. You have a farm.
Every group needs their wild card, okay?
It's my grandparents' house, okay?
How do you spend your night?
What do I need to roll to fix the roof?
It's not going to be a single roll.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole series of
If you
rolls.
want to kind of think about how am I going to fix the roof, maybe make an intelligence check. If you want to go and harvest wood with pumpkin, probably a strength. If you want to go and actually climb up the house and the hammer things, it's probably going to be a combination of dex and strength. Just how do you want to go about this?
Yeah. You want to ask for help? Like, do you?
I'd probably walk into the library. Gimli, you're strong. Do you want to help fix the roof?
It's also not just the roof; it's also the second floor. One of the bedrooms just has a hole
Yeah.
in the middle.
You opened them up on the first floor, so they went through the second floor into the roof.
I know, but I figure the roof will fix the draft. We could walk around a hole in the floor more than, if it rains into the house.
I suppose that's true.
Cindy,
Yeah,
the
I can help.
pragmatist,
I can
right?
help.
I also think, like, before that happened, while we're in the library, Schmidt tells Gimli the thing.
Which thing? I guess DM it to me, maybe, but I don't, there's a couple things.
The illegal thing.
Or wait, no, you could literally tell him the thing, and I could deafen the other people. How about that?
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna just DM it to him.
I kind of want to hear it because we also need it on the recording.
Okay.
Wow.
So you know how I have 4 Pokemon right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quacko doesn't have a Pokeball because he was my roommate's Pokemon,
Oh.
and he just kind of left and abandoned Quacko. And now there was a subpoena for me to return Quacko or get fined $40,000.
What? Is
In
this the
Goldenrod.
illegal
I have to go to court in Goldenrod.
That's
And
why
I'm
you're
trapped
a
here.
thing? Oh, that's crazy. Okay. We need to find you a lawyer. we need Quacko. He's the symbol of the squad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is that your discussion? Is there more you want to exchange?
I think that's the discussion. Say Cindy walks in then.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. Yeah.
Okay.
Cindy, did you need anything?
I'm worried.
Yeah. You're strong enough to nail some wood into the ceiling.
Yes, of course, of
Make
course.
roof.
I am. Let's exit the library. We switch to make some phone calls.
Oh no.
Oh, don't worry. We got a roof to fix. It's no big deal.
Oh no. I thought the roof to fix was a big deal.
It is. It's the only big deal. Let's go.
I would love like a deception or insight, but I think you guys role played it, so it's fine. Roof fixing, yeah, sure. What are you doing?
Roof fixing.
What are all of you guys doing? Because like I feel like Elodie
Nothing else happening in
wants
the
to do something different. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't think I'm gonna be any help with roof fixing.
Gonna go gather materials and not think about the things that I heard.
Making me increasingly worried. Seeing Gimli's reaction, I'm not gonna go in the library.
Okay,
Cindy skips along to the song, just blissfully ignorant.
great.
So I
I
guess
guess I'll help with the roof.
Okay, everyone's just on roof duty. I guess the first step is: do you intend to like salvage the wood that broke, or do you want to go get some fresh wood? Like, what's the plan?
Well, I'm assuming Pumpkin went to go get whatever material. I was like, we need wood and roof shingles, and Pumpkin just like meandered off. So
Yeah, Pumpkin's like in the woods. You can see his big old leaves kind of poking around.
in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Let's describe this backyard then. There's like a dozen plots of berry trees. They seem to be doing well. Probably not as well as when you first arrived, but there's berries. Like, it's cool. There's a shed that's in the corner. Who knows what's in it? Cindy does. And then you're just surrounded by forest. That is like part of the 4-tree forest.
I know what's in the shed.
Sure. May I have a roll of history?
Okay. 15.
15. Yeah. It's a tool shed. You haven't been in there since you were a kid, but you remember looking at the bottom shelves and there was like bags of fertilizer and you saw an axe on the wall.
Great. I opened the shed for my friends.
Cool. You've opened the shed. You're all in the shed. It's a shed. Cindy, make a perception check. Based on what I just told.
I rolled in that one.
Okay, never mind. Cindy opens the door and says, "Shed."
I think it's got tools.
Do you roll the
Well, I don't know
fucking
anything about this, so
shed? Well, I'll open it because I do know about tools. Has both a dad with major dad energy and also a minor. I think I know my way around some tools.
Cool.
So let's open the shed.
Yeah, great. You find a wood cutting axe, which is different from your pickaxe. Would be great for
course.
cutting down some trees.
It would. All right. Well, let's get the chopping.
Does anyone else want anything out of the shed?
What else is in the shed?
There's like bags of fertilizer. There's like some cardboard boxes. There's a hoe, perhaps, if someone wants to do some tilling. There's a rake. There's yeah.
Obviously, take
I think we got what we needed.
Great. Let's do
Yeah.
it. You go
Cindy
into
grabs the rake.
perfect. You never know.
I'm ready to help. Like,
Exactly.
Pumpkin is evaluating trees for trunk thickness. He is sticking his little proby tentacle that's on the back of his body into like the pieces of the tree and like evaluating them. And he seems to have found a couple good ones, and he points them out to you.
great.
I don't think Gimli needs to roll for this because he just cuts and chops, and he mostly digs, but it's the same motion. Let's be honest.
It's literally the same.
So it's a little like Gimli's instinct is to swing overhead rather than horizontally. So the trees get cut in a very funny way, but it still gets the job done. It still works.
Oh, muscle memory.
Yeah. There's no point to roleplay this out too much. Make one roll. Make one d20 roll. I'm not even strength, just a d20.
Big D20. 22.
Oh, okay. So you get plenty of like logs to cut them or to make them into planks. You're going to need to saw them, but they're going to get the job done. The last tree that you chop down, something falls out of the top of it and bonks you on the head. It is a bluish green pine cone.
Whoa!
It looks up at you disturbed, and it starts vibrating a little bit.
Oh no. I know what this is. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Make a charisma check.
Oh god. Okay.
Is it gonna self-destruct?
Oh yeah. Got a 13.
That's good enough for this guy.
Okay.
He feels calmed by your presence, and he is still just like looking at you very tensely, but he doesn't do anything because he literally like can't move because he's a pine cone. He's just on the ground, just like looking at you.
I'm sorry, buddy. Did I destroy your home? Do you want to come inside?
He does not respond.
I use the rake to get him into another tree.
Oh my gosh. How?
Oh, that's so violent. What do you know? Stop.
Oh, like you place him on like the forks kind of and then lift the rake up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get him like up in a tree.
Yeah, I like that. That's a dexterity check. It might be kind of hard because like balancing that could be tricky, but it can be done. So let's say 15, DC 15.
Dirty 20.
Let's go. Yeah, you do that. This little pine cone is elated. He doesn't really make any sound, but he kind of makes a humming sound that seems to be satisfaction.
And you were worried. I thought the rake was a good idea.
He could blow up if he gets upset.
Cool. I'm glad you brought that rake. Yeah, that's very useful. Let's say you have like 5 good sized logs from like medium, small sized trees. It's also like 10 p.m.
That's why I figured getting the roof done in case it rains is ideal, and then we could worry about the middle floor.
If we work on a roof at night, we could hurt ourselves.
Nobody else does like midnight outside of home outdoor projects.
No.
Typically, no.
No.
Oh. Okay.
What do you mean, okay? Is there like a tarp or something we can make use of to cover up the hole for tonight so we can work on it in the morning?
Gimli finds a largish blue tarp. He pulls it and it's like slightly wedged into the woodwork that is in the shed. It's like strangely like tucked into the shed, but he manages to get it.
All right, I'm gonna take this upstairs. I found something. I'm gonna cover the hole for tonight. Not work on the roof.
Okay.
What's your means to secure it?
I have 6 anchors in my inventory.
Anchors?
I do, yeah.
Would like define anchors.
Like climbing anchors.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
was like, what
not
the fuck?
It's like
Nautical
a six-
anchors?
not naval anchors. Yeah.
Nautical anchors.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put boat anchors
Yeah.
on top of it that I've been carrying around this whole time. Like,
Yeah, that'd be
best.
wild. Yeah, okay, yeah. You do that.
Okay.
It's noticeably less drafty, but it still looks really bad.
Cindy lets all of her Pokemon out, not the 12 other ones, just my Pokemon
Uh-huh.
out and tucks them all into bed.
Oh, very cute.
And then also gets ready for bed.
Perfect.
I feel like Elodie's like a stress baker, so maybe just like stress bake something really quick and then go to bed.
What are you stress baking?
I don't know, something easy, just chocolate chip cookies or something.
Just cookies? Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, roll make a performance check on that.
Cool. 16.
Yeah. Pretty damn good cookies. The scent fills the house and then gets sucked out of the hole in the roof, even with the tarp.
Oh.
But like you can definitely smell it as it passes. And it also warms the house a little bit, which is nice.
So
We will call it there. Thank you all for listening to Dunsparce and Drampa. Don't forget to check out all of the cool links on our link tree, including our socials, merch, and Patreon at linktr.ee/DUNSPARCE. The five of us are so incredibly grateful for your continued support, and we are excited to see you in the next episode next Tuesday.
Do we think Cindy is chaotic good or chaotic neutral by this?
I think it's neutral. There's nothing good that happens. It is.
I mean, it's like I feel like it's good intentions behind it, but it's
Yeah,
still
it's like plays
I
by
was
your
gonna
own
say.
rules type of
it's
deal.
still just like more chaos than good though.
Right. It's like chaotic good is the perception of that is different. It's like you kind of just play by your own rules and have like your own moral compass. Whereas like this is just chaos. Like, doing things.
Chaotic.
Yeah, it's like ooh,
chaotic.
literally the first idea that pops into your head, just like here we go. Like